The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Taxing our way out of our issues and taxing people out of New York. I mean, look at this. The Empire State's Assembly is proposing $7 billion worth of new taxes on the wealthy. Billion. They want to boost the top income tax level to 11.85%. They want to pay for their new budget, which, by the way, they didn't do anything to shrink or deal with. Just throwing that out there.
And she's right. This is nuts what's going on. Welcome. Phil's Gang. Coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. This is nuts. Every Friday, for the last 10 weeks, I post on my YouTube channel why we are getting closer to a crash. And I've been doing that now for 10 consecutive weeks. I'll be doing it again this Friday. I identify what happened during the week. I identify the clues so that you'll be ready. It's free. You don't have to pay for this. It's free. Just go to my YouTube channel. This is, I've never seen anything like this. Never. This COVID-19, they don't want to get rid of it. What are you kidding? They're going to make sure, this COVID-19 states, they're going to make sure they put restrictions on us and rules and regulations. They want us to be scared because this covers up the spending. It's amazing. Look at the pork that was in this bill. This last bill, $1.9 trillion. 9% went to really COVID. The rest of it, as you know, I went over it yesterday with you. Pelosi sends to San Francisco, who blew $300 million on the homeless alone. Remember, they got a $300 million to give to the homeless to reduce the amount of people who are sleeping in their cars, vans, etc. But instead of reducing it, it went up 40%. Now, they gave them $300 million, said, here's $300 million. Now you can reduce the amount of people homeless, they're sleeping in vans, cars, and so forth. Went up 45%. You can and we'll give you even more, then you can reduce the amount of people who are homeless. Went up by almost 20%. So now we're sending them another $600 billion to cover the $300 they went in a hole, and another $300. And now they're going to have another bill come out, which is going to be infrastructure, which will be about $3 trillion, which probably about 10% will really have anything to do with infrastructure. Again, it'll be another Christmas tree. Now, I don't think it'd be any different if the Republicans were in charge. Politicians are politicians. They love spending because it's not their money, it's our money. But they've gone nuts. But this is bringing us not only closer to the crash, but it's extending the length into which we reach that crash, which gives us one hell of a benefit to make a lot of money between now and the crash like never before. I've never seen this kind of opportunity. I've been in the market 51 years. I've been on this earth 75 years. I've never seen such a thing. They've gone nuts and printing money to keep extending the market, and it's just getting to be a bigger and bigger bubble, but nobody cares. No one cares. And when this thing goes, you got to be prepared. You got to identify before it happens so you can get out. And you're not going to do that listening to the fake business news networks. What are you, nuts? You think they're going to tell you when to get out? You know, it's funny. They're telling you how to buy in this pullback, buying this snapback, or a pullback, buying a dip, rather. Buying a dip. How'd that work out? I told my members the other day, I said, okay, Barney, tell me, where do I buy on the dip with Tesla? Now, we shorted Tesla, and that was on February 17th when I told everybody, short Tesla. It was around 3:05 in the afternoon, and I said, you're going to love me for telling you to do this. And I was right on, and guess what happened? Tesla dropped 30%. That's right. And I was able to make that call because my chart, where your chart is always just green and red, the candlesticks, my chart, which I have the analytics set up that follows the money, were all red, which is telling us the money was being pulled out of Tesla. You don't see that on your chart. Hope not, because this chart that I designed, took me years to design, is patent, trademark, and it's different. It tells you, okay, the money is coming out of Tesla. So he's telling you to buy Tesla. This is Varney. He's saying buy Tesla at 619. Then from 619, Tesla went down to, I think it was around, let's see, it was around, 687, I think it was. And then it went down to a low of somewhere around, 600, something like that. And he's telling you buy in a dip. Then he tells you to buy in a dip again and buy in a dip again. And if you bought every time he told you buy in a dip, you'd be losing money. He's just guessing at it. He's telling you to buy in a dip when there's a definite trend of money going out. And I can see that on my chart because it's red. It's designed that way, and my trend, it shows you a defined trend. Money's coming out. So why would you be buying Tesla? We already made over 20% shorting it. Now, for the first time, it turned green today. So we bought some shares of Tesla today. It's 677. We didn't buy it as low as 540 because it was red. We didn't buy it at 600 because it was red. We didn't buy it at 630 because it was red, because it tells you the institutions are not done selling it. But for the first time, Tesla turned green today, which means there's more money going to Tesla than out of Tesla. But you don't go in there and buy 1,000 shares or 2,000 shares. You go in what we call a scout. Just buy a few shares and see if you can get 3 good days under your belt where the volume is increasing. We do this all for the members. My members don't have to do anything. We do this for them. We give them every day. We give them a video, tell them exactly what to do. We post our portfolio stock. When you join the gang, especially for the first 10 days free, you'll see how it works. We post a video, tell you exactly what to do with Tesla, what to do with our portfolio. Here, for example, Steve was telling everybody what to do today with Lowe's.
Lowe's continue to hold your scout long. Remember, we put this on yesterday, but you've got a big...
And then he just goes on and explains why you do this. And you don't have to worry. You don't have to think. You don't have to call anybody. Just do what we tell you to do. Because the color-coded chart is never wrong, because it follows the money. Stop listening to these people that tell you buy on a dip. That's insane. Now today, or like the other day, yesterday, I said, because of the stimulus finally passed, they signed it, I said, we'll start buying the restaurants, because everybody's going to go. It always happens when you have some sort of stimulus. Everybody gets a check. They always run to McDonald's or Starbucks or Jack in the Box and McDonald's. And I said, pick any one of the restaurants you want. Just follow them. McDonald's shot up from $213 yesterday to, I think, a high of $220. Jack in the Box shot up, I think it was from $106 to like $110. But again, you got to be careful when these are shooting up too. Are they going up because the people who shorted, are they just collecting their profits, or is new money going in? See, if you get caught buying a stock on a dip where they're just collecting their profits, you're going to lose money after it goes up. You got to know which one is it. Are they buying because they're covering their shorts, or new money's coming in? More on that when I get back. And this crazy tax deal that's going to tear this economy down.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Welcome
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Then go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. Now, here's Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. Remember to subscribe to my Phil's Gang YouTube channel to get both my live and archived radio shows. Also, my free Phil's Take on the stock market. Also, sign up and get a free 10-day chart and membership trial. That's right. Go to my site, philsgang.com. It says get started. Click on. You get my color-coded chart. It says you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, when not to add, and when to run like hell. And best, it'll tell you when to get out in time. That's what you don't get on your chart. And you'll convince yourself in 10 days, it tells you when to get out. Don't you wish that you had on your chart when to get out of a stock? Well, that's what this chart does. You can check it out free for 10 days. Doesn't cost you a thing. You'll see it gets you out in time. That's why 85% of you lose money, because you don't get out, because you listen to all this nonsense. Here, listen to this. Just listen to this today.
Trillions of dollars just sloshing around and more money on the way. The vaccine is being distributed very nicely. Local economies are beginning to open. They're reallowing people to go.
What a bunch of nonsense. Vaccines nicely. No, they're not. They're tripping over each other. People are still fighting to try to get out of the list, for God's sakes. The money sloshing around. That's not free money. We got to pay for that money. That's printed money. And borrowed money. You got to pay for that. And inflation, the amount of money. They're using this COVID-19 to keep masking their spending. They don't want COVID-19 to stop. For heaven's sakes, look at the money that people are making in the stock market off COVID-19. Our market wouldn't be going up like this unless we had COVID-19. They don't want to stop it. They want it to continue. For heaven's sakes. But that's not free money. You got $5 trillion of stimulus, that's got to be paid. That's what they're going to do. Just like when they print money and they go at the Federal Reserve, and we went from $800 billion on the balance sheet to $7 trillion, where they go to companies and buy all their bad debt, buy their mortgage-backed securities to give them cash to keep them alive. They go to corporations, go to banks, all that. When you get up to $7 trillion, you got to raise taxes. Inflation goes up. That's not good. They make it sound like this is all free. See, this is the hope, the optimism, the belief, the thrill. Yes, they're going to keep this market running longer, but the crash is going to be just going to go deeper. Now let's think about this, COVID-19. 1/16 of the American population died of COVID-19. That's 1/16, or 530,000 people. That's 1 in every 625 American people. For heaven's sakes, 3% of the American population died in World War II. We're talking about 1/16. I'm not saying not enough people died. Of course, not one person should die. But I'm making a point here. What they're doing is they're building up this COVID, and they're going to try to keep it here as long as they can to do as many stimulus as they can. That's what they're doing. The idea is to use this COVID to do more stimulus so they can run to San Francisco and bail them out with another $600 billion against their $650 billion in losses, which they gave them $300 billion already last year to decrease the amount of homeless, and they increased by 17%. They gave them $300 billion to decrease the amount of homeless who were sleeping in vehicles, increased by 45%. This is all waste. You got to pay for this. You got to pay for this. And who pays? The American worker. Everybody else is getting rich. This is nuts. The flu, those with COVID had 19% chance of dying. Those with the flu had 5.3%. Now, I'm not saying COVID-19 isn't dangerous. I'm not saying that at all. But you got to put this in perspective. While 530,000 died due to COVID-19, 1 in every 625 Americans, or 1/16 of the American population, who benefited the most? When you have 1/16 of the American population dying, who's benefiting from that the most? The 1/100th of the U.S. population. The 1/100th of the population are benefiting from the 1/16 of the American population dying. These are the same billionaires who got $1 trillion richer during Trump's administration. The same ones who are getting rich now during COVID. Are you kidding? The 1/100th of the population are extremely wealthy. We're talking about men like Bezos and Buffett and Bill Gates. They're benefiting like hell from this COVID. They don't want COVID to stop. Their wealth increased once again by another $637 billion. Listen to what I'm saying. COVID-19, because of the stimulus, because of this COVID, because of the stock market going up because of it, they made another $637 billion. Let's put 1 billion in perspective. Never mind 637 of them. One. If a person was paid $10 an hour for his job, he would have to work 100 million hours to earn $1 billion. Let me say it again. You got to work 100 million hours to earn $1 billion. These guys made 637 billion of those. 1 billion. What are you, nuts? This is a game. Fauci there, the Dr. Fauci, whatever his name is, he's going to have us wearing masks for the next 30 years. This is crazy. So think of this, as a result of this COVID, these guys, the billionaires, this is what's setting up this big tax hike. This is what's going to kill us. See, the American worker, the guy on Main Street is going to get killed. We're going to pay for the sins of the billionaires, the 1/100th of 1%, and we're going to also pay for the wealth that the top 1% made. So as a result of COVID, guys like Buffett, their $264 billion in holding now outstrips the combined net worth of 160 million Americans, or 53 million U.S. households. So that gives the communists, socialists, Democrats a big excuse to come in with the biggest tax hikes in history. So, well, guys like Buffett and the rest of them, okay, are out there making a fortune off COVID. Again, think about this. Their 264 billion in their holdings outstripped the combined net worth of 160 million Americans. 3 people. Holdings of 3 people outstripped the combined net worth of 160 million American, or 53 million households. You don't think that gives the socialists a heads up? And boy, they're going to love it when they say we're going to go and soak the rich. But they don't soak the rich. The rich never get soaked. They leave. They go to other countries. Who gets soaked is you and I on Main Street. That's why you got to know what stocks to be in when this is going on. Just like with the COVID, you got to know what stocks to be in. I'll be right back after this break. This is nuts.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. As I've been saying for the last month, I've been telling my members, we're never going to have an opportunity like this to make money again, ever. Because what they're doing with this COVID-19 and this stimulus, they're doing a reverse distribution of wealth. They're stealing from the Main Street worker who's making, and this is the truth. The average individual makes $17.28. That's $22,000 a year. So a married couple makes about $48,000 a year. They can't get by on that. The next group, which is a small group, those are people who work in manufacturing, construction, mining, drilling. They make about $32.62 an hour, or $66,000 as an individual. Household two make over $100,000, but that's not a lot of them. If you go look at the withholding tax, we have 164 million people working. The majority of that 160 are making, as they say, as a household, 45,000. That's the majority. That's why 50% of people in our workforce don't even have a 401k, and the other half that does, most of them don't even participate. They can't afford to. Now, there's going to be a lot of money to be made in the stock market because it's rigged to go up to the upside. You've got to be in it. But you got to know one thing. You're going to have these corrections. So when you hear buy on the pullback, you just don't buy on the pullback. Like I said last week to Varney, where do you want me to buy Tesla on the pullback? Where? We bought a little bit today. 5 days later after he said it? Because on our chart, it showed the institutions were putting money back in. When he said to buy Tesla on the pullback, on the dip, they're still taking their money out because he wouldn't know the difference. He wouldn't know Tesla or a good stock or an entry point if he tripped over it. He wouldn't know it. He has no idea. He just, buy in the dip. Okay, if you got $1 million, sure you can buy in a dip. You can sustain it. But when you don't have a lot of money, you got to make sure when that dip is there, the selling is done. So my charting, the way we got the algorithm set up to make sure the selling is done. And you get this free for 10 days, so you'll prove it to yourself. I'm not just saying it. But think about this. What they have done with this COVID-19 to the stock market, they have taken the wealth. Think about it, the 1 percentile. The 1 percentile, they make about $400,000 a year. They have a net worth of $4 million. They're making all the money. And where are they getting their money from? Main Street, called reverse net worth, reverse distribution of wealth. They're taking from the poor and giving to themselves at the top. This is what this is all about. This is what QE is all about. It's been that way since 13 years we've been doing this. For 13 years, if you and your wife are making $40,000-$45,000 together, they've been stealing from you, from that group, every year, $2.5 trillion. They've been transferring that wealth from you, that should have been your wealth, up to the top 1 percentile. That's the problem with this nation right now, and that sets up for these communists, these socialist Democrats, to come in with a story. We got to tax the rich, talking about taxing the 1 percentile and the 1/100th of 1 percentile. Now, the 1/100th of 1 percentile, they make $27 million a year. Their net worth, $111 million, is about 2,300 of them. They made a boatload of money. They increased they made $637 billion more dollars because of this COVID-19. $637 billion. And you take the 1 percentile, they're stealing an extra $2.5 trillion from you. Now they can come out and say, wow, look at the rich, we got to go after them. And if we're only going to tax those people who make $400,000 a year or more, that's a total lie. An increase in the federal rate from 37% to 39%. This is going to affect everybody. It's not going to affect just the 400,000, because here's what happened. When you increase the tax rate from 21% to 33% or whatever, okay, that's nuts, because all a company does is just pass it on. The first thing they do is, the biggest overhead is labor. So if you and your wife together are making $44,000, one of them going to be coming home and say, gee, I'm part-time. So it does tax you. You see, Biden's lying. Republicans do the same thing. I wish there'd be no Republicans. I wish there'd be no Democrats. When I heard Pelosi yesterday, made my stomach turn. When she was, I don't think I have the cut here, but when she was talking about the kids. Did you hear that the other day? And she was blaming everybody but herself. She said, the kids. We're doing this border thing to protect the kids. No, she's not. She's not protecting. She could care less about the kids. She could care less about them. But my point is, everything, can't we just be Americans? Can't we, instead of being for party, can't we be for the flag? Can't people just think, are these politicians doing what's best for us? Or are they doing what's best for my party? It's gotten to, are they doing what's best for my party? They don't care about what's best for America anymore. This is crazy. When Pelosi said this drove me nuts yesterday. I think I have it here.
Actually, the facts are these. There are more children, about 600-700 more children, unaccompanied children, coming over the border. This is a humanitarian challenge to all of us. What the administration...
That's what a lie. How many times did she say children? No, the reason why she's giving money to San Francisco, that's just one city, going to give him $600 billion so that when these people come over, not the children, she could care less about. She eats children for breakfast in the morning. This woman is evil, is vicious. She's all about party. She's not about country. And that really drives me nuts. What are we going to be about the flag? About the flag. What's best for the flag? People died for the flag. What's best for the flag is what's best for the party. That's all they care about. And they're destroying this country. And they're going to destroy it. I'm going to tell you, you're going to see this crash like nothing you've ever seen before. When they start raising these taxes, you know what kind of inflation this is going to be? But this is setting up beautiful so that you couldn't be. This is a perfect storm. You now can make money on the way up as they're going to do more stimulus, keep pushing this market higher. You're going to make more money. All you got to know is, when do I get out? When do I get out? That's easy. We'll convince you that in 10 days. It's free, for heaven's sakes. Make your money on the way up, and then turn around. And when we know this market's going to crash, we reverse our position. We make money on the way down. And when this thing drops, it's going to be like a flying monkey. But this is all nuts. This thing that they're not going to only going to raise taxes on people who make $400,000 a year more. That's a bull-faced lie. Just like her lying about, we went down there just to take care of the kids, not the adults. No, we're just talking about the kids. Look, you got stocks like yesterday. It was perfect. I said to my members, I said, look, stimulus. Let's go buy the restaurants, right? And the restaurants took off. McDonald's took off. Jack in the Box took off. They're all taking off. So the point is, you just got to keep following the money. Just follow the money until this market collapses. It's easy. It's easy. You just got to know what you're doing. And how can we make it any easier for you? You join the gang. Just try it for 10 days. Every day at 2 o'clock, we post our portfolio. We tell our members exactly what to do. Takes about a minute. You don't have to spend more time. Do exactly what we tell you to do in the video. Whether we're telling you to buy it or short it, do exactly what we tell you to do. So you're going to make money on the way up, and you're going to make money on the way down. You got control. Don't listen to these people on the fake business news networks. What are you, nuts? Do you know when you think they're just going to tax these corporations and the corporations are going to stand by? Are you kidding? They're going to move their staff. They're going to move their cash overseas. That's what's going to happen. They're going to move it all back overseas, which Trump just got it back. This is nuts. The only place to make money is in the market. You just got to know, when do I get out? That's all you got to know.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed, because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere, because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Warning: Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color-coded technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang tonight. Look, it's free for 10 days. You get your cart, your membership. Okay, you get your membership, you get your color-coded chart. You can make a decision over 10 days. Once you do make a decision, you decide, this is for me. And this is great for people who are busy, people who don't want to go learn anything. People who just say, look, I need a stock, give me a stock, make sure I add when I'm supposed to add, and make sure I get out when I'm supposed to get out. That's what we do for you. That's what the Pro 2 is, the color-coded chart. So easy. In 10 days, you'll either agree or you don't agree. No pressure on you. And all we ask, if you join the gang, we're reaching out. We're going to help you to make sure that you catch these stocks going up, the right stocks, when they keep pushing up all this COVID and stimulus to keep pushing the market up more and more and more. And then it's going to lead to a bigger and bigger crash as they continue to get you all excited and so forth. The whole idea is just to get out of you just got to know when do you get out. That's all. And we can help you with that. And then you can help St. Jude. Remember, all this stimulus is BS. It's BS. It does nothing for the people. Do you think a $1,400 check is going to fix whatever the problem is in this country? Another $1,400 check? What are you, nuts? It's not going to fix anything. Sure, it's going to help a little bit. It's going to take some pressure off people who haven't been working. I get all that. They don't care about fixing the country. They don't care. They got to find a way to bring more people into this country that are illegals and make them Democrat voters. That's what this whole thing's about. And to fund money to the cities that do that. Make sure San Francisco, Detroit, all these cities, all these Democratic cities are going to take all these people in who they're always running big deficits. And she's going to keep, as long as they control everything, the White House, the Senate, the House, they're going to make sure that they're going to take enough of our money away from us to give to them so they can build a big Democratic base. So you got to make some money here on this. You got to make some money. Just like the other day when I said, start buying the restaurant. So another thing that's going on. Most of you just don't even, when you say you're going to buy in a dip, like Tesla, you're going to buy in a dip, or you're going to buy, let's say you're going to buy Intel, or Microsoft, or Google, or any of the ones you've been buying for the last 13 years, think you're getting rich, which you're not, because you're going to give it all back, because you're not going to know when to get out. all these stocks that you go in, you're going to get caught in. You're going to get caught in like they did with the .com, the housing kind. You're going to get caught this time. Why are you going to be so lucky this time that you're not going to get caught? Because no one's going to tell you when to get out. That's not the job to get you out. That's not their job. That's our job to get you out. Because if we get you out, you make money, you give money to St. Jude. We've been doing this for, what, 25 years with St. Jude? We haven't even raised our price in 25 years, for heaven's sakes. Look, stimulus causes stocks to rise. That's all they care. Do you understand? The top 1 percentile and the 1/100th. Remember, the 1/100th of 1%. They run everything. They run Congress. They run the judges. They run everything in this country. They decide who's going to be president, who's not going to be president. 2,300 households. They run it all. Their job is to take care of the 1% who earn $400,000 a year, who have a net worth of $4 million. Do you think they give a damn about you and your family who together making $44,000, $55,000? They could care less about you. You're a pawn. Right now, they need you to go in. If you're in the market, they need you to go in there and keep helping move the market up so they can get the people out, get their pensions out, get their people with pensions out. Just remember, stimulus causes stocks to rise because investors shift out of the treasuries. Because remember, another reason they can't get these yields down and why inflation's going up, which is going to kill everybody, is because they're not telling you. The Europeans, they're dumping their treasuries. They know what bad shape we're in. They're dumping their treasuries. They're selling their treasuries. China, Russia, they're all selling their treasuries. That's why they can't get their treasury yields under control. They're printing and printing and printing 24/7, and they go buy treasuries the next morning, and they get it down, then boom, the treasury yields right back up because they keep dumping in Europe, and they won't tell you that. So the stimulus causes these stocks to keep going up. Investors ship out of they get out of their treasuries, they go to stocks. And when they sell treasuries, the interest rates increase, causes higher costs for manufacturing. That's right, they got to pay more for manufacturing, for goods, everything else. That's passed on, causing inflation. So while you got so here you got inflation going up, you got yields they're trying to suppress. That means your gold. Trust me when I tell you, your gold. Okay, especially your mining stocks, they're going to start going up. But you just got to know when to get in. Give you an example. We're telling our gang this week here. We said, look, watch AU. Now, I don't tell them to go in and buy 1,000 shares, for heaven's sakes. When you start out with a stock, you start out with just very few shares until it gets momentum. So AU right now is still in a downtrend, but we're starting to see it finally turn green, which is telling us some institutional money is coming in around $22.60. So we own a few shares. When it gets above a high around $24.67, then you put in more. We'll tell our gang members when to put it. Then when it gets above the high of around $25.60, we tell them put in some more. We're there every day with you all the way through. Every day we post a video, tell you exactly what to do. You're not on your own. And especially when you try to call, say, when should I get out? Should I get out? What do you think? Should I get out? You're not on your own with us. You're not. Try it for 10 days. You'll see it works. But I'm telling you, gold is going to go up. You just got to know what stocks to be in. Look, they got a great story right now. Oh boy, COVID's over with. Everybody's going to get a shot. So why do you think JetBlue's going up? But anybody can get in JetBlue, but you got to know when it's going down, when to get out. See, all these stocks that got hit that you getting in, you have no idea what you're doing. You're getting in these stocks, buying on the dip, but you're not even looking at the volume. You have no idea as these stocks are going up, the amount of buyers are going down. But you don't know that. You don't know that. So you're in a stock, you're happy, you think it's going up, but you have no clue. The stock is going up without buyers. The market maker is pushing the stock up, not the amount of buyers or money. See, you don't know that. Well, that's our job to take care of our members, to make sure that doesn't happen to them. If you want to just listen to the Fake Business News Network, go right ahead. Listen to these dopes. I mean, it's unbelievable, the stuff they're telling us. It's just crazy. Look, all I can tell you right now is that they're going to pass this tax deal. This tax hike is going to be huge. Huge. It's going to overturn Trump's tax deal, his cuts. And it's going to destroy you cannot take an economy. We lost 22 million people. 10 million still are out of work. We got from 4 million, 2 million people still are in forbearance on their homes, and they're trying to tell us, oh, this is the greatest economy ever. It's not. They're going to say anything they can to keep the market going up. And that's good for you and me, because we know when you get out of it. So let's make money on the way up. But don't take out of your mind for a moment, this is going to be the biggest crash ever. But that's okay. Why fight the tape now? Make money. Always go with the trend. But does anybody ever tell you about the trend? No, nobody. You don't hear Varney or anybody say, okay, make sure your trend is going, make sure your trend. No, you don't hear that. You ever see the people they bring? Varney's got this girl that comes on every day, her assistant. She drives me nuts. Her voice drives me nuts. She looks like she's nuts. The stuff she says is so stupid. It's incredible. She's stupid. He's stupid. They're both stupid. The stuff they say is just totally stupid. It makes no sense. And people are sitting here listening to them. And they're going to buy a stock based on what they say. It's just insane. Biden's going to take $4 trillion more out of this economy through taxes. You can't be taking money out of this economy. We need to be putting working capital into the economy. No, he takes money out, prints more money, and he sends somebody a check for $1,400. Everybody loves him. In the end, you're going to pay for that up the yin-yang. But in the meantime, it's going to force stocks up. So let's buy the right stocks, whether it's the airlines, whether it's gold, whether it's the restaurants, and we'll always be sure that we're out at the right time, and then we're shorting at the right time. Look, go to my site, philsgang.com tonight. Check it out, 10 days free. Go to where it says get started. Look up where it says working investor. Just try that for 10 days. You'll have not only do we make money, we have fun. Okay, we have fun doing this. All right, look, join my gang. Please remember St. Jude. Okay, if you do stay and start making money, that's all I ask. And I'll see you on the charts. And stop listening to these people and this fake business news. They're not there to help you. They could care less about you. See you on the charts. philsgang.com. Join my gang tonight. Listen to my show on my YouTube channel too, please. And hit like.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.